There are a lot of cool men out here. I love the president.
Let's give it up for the brothers.
There's a lot of cool men out here.
For the men out here.
I love the president's speech saying you're looking at a feminist. What can men do leaving here?
Be better. Be better at everything.
Most women see men as disposable.
You're supposed to be disposable.
Men are disposable. Okay, continue.
You're a man. And historically, men have always known that they really didn't serve any real purpose or value to women.
Wow, women are so oppressed these days. Oh my God.
That's why y'all had to create laws to make us need you. You had to make us need you to own property, to open a bank account.
So we made laws in order to make women need us, even though in those time periods there was no technology, so I'm pretty sure they would die from, like, I don't know, a bear or any other monster in the woods. Since men are physically stronger, nah, that's just too much lie.
Intriguing one, titled How I Scam Stupid Men into Sending Me Money. That willingly gives women money for nothing, please. Please. They should be lucky.
This video is going to be about how I scam them into giving me the money. Because as you can see, I am not an attractive girl naturally, but I want money. So today we are going to transform into a beautiful queen and scam those men out of their paycheck.
Scam those men, scam those men. Today, scam those men out of their paycheck.
Yeah!
If a guy's into me, he's gonna try to go all the way. But I do feel that, like a woman, if she really likes a guy, she won't sleep with him. And she'll go out on dates with him and make the guy take her out on dates and spend money and maybe a kiss, but she's f***ing a lot of other guys. And I know, I'm sorry if my guy's watching this, but before him, I've done that for sure. And I will sleep with the guys that I'm sleeping with because I have a high sex drive. I'm a sex coach, right? And I still want to get laid, but I want the guy that I really like to think that I'm the good girl. And so I will make him work for it.
Men are taught that they have to make women happy. The fact of the matter is, you can't make anybody happy. You have to make yourself happy. Happiness is a byproduct of achievement. So for women to say that they're unhappy, it's their own fault. Anybody who says he's unhappy, it's his own fault. Everybody has to make himself or herself happy.
You're giving me such a bloody headache. Yeah, I mean, where are you from? Where are you from? Dear Lord, I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who brags that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
City boy, city boy.
Got him. We fucking got him.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters. Today's video is, well, I know I've been gone for about a week or so, but we had like another hurricane over in Florida, so not too much damage and everything is fine, but yeah, I was a little distracted. Anyway, today's video is going to be zeroing back on marriage talk, and we're going to be talking, well, I'm going to be using an example right here. Tom Brady, the best quarterback ever. You know, I used to be a little particular to Joe Montana, and I'm not a Patriots fan, but I had to give the dude his flowers. You know, he just, not only did he have longevity, but he was able to play at a very high level, you know, despite those little situations that he got into with the Patriots. Now, the video I'm going to use is a guy that Coach Greg Adams that covered this very well. So I'm going to be clipping some of his videos, and the video that I'm going to be sharing right now is really the build up to Tom Brady and Gilsele's divorce, and what kind of led to it. And why do football players and basketball players, sports athletes, period, seem to always get divorced around their after they retire, or around that time, And of course, I do think a high level of them cheat. But however, you would think if that was the case, the woman would have been left like a long time ago. But this is a totally different situation. She wanted him to retire, which he is in his 40s, but he's still playing at a high level. And she wanted him to spend more time with the kids. And also, what else did she want besides that? I mean, it didn't seem like it was the usual thing of like, I feel lonely and stuff like that. And I'm always suspicious when everything seemed to be cool, and then all of a sudden, a person just blows up out of the blue almost. Even though I'm not in their life, so I don't know all the nuances and stuff that happen. But, if this was a year-to-year thing of him retiring, then I would have understood her a little bit better, because maybe he kept telling her like, oh, just one more year or something. But, she seemed to have come out of this with left field. Anyway, let's start the video right now. Oh, and before we start, hit the like button, subscribe, and share, please, and thank you.
If you want the source, there's trouble in paradise. Tom Brady, the 7-time Super Bowl winning greatest quarterback. There's no argument anymore. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. I was partial to Joe Montana, but listen, Joe Montana won 4. Tom Brady wins 7. He appeared in 10 or 12, if I'm not mistaken, in a modern age in which it's very difficult to actually get to a Super Bowl. I believe he's been to 10 or 11. And he might be the greatest African-American at that.
Look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about?
If you don't know, I put in the previous video 9 months ago that Tom Brady's returning back to football. He retired under a little bit of pressure, probably. Everybody would say Gilsele was not happy. I'm not happy. She wanted Tom Brady to participate in raising her kids. Okay. You need to help raise these kids. Now, most of these kids that Tom Brady has, I don't think are younger than 8 and not older than 14. Like, they're in that middle group there. There's not much you need to do for the kids that age. I mean, the 8-year-old, you might need to make SpaghettiOs if you need to. You might need to make SpaghettiOs. You could maybe pick them up from school at 2:30. That seems quite boring and probably not out of the realm of possibility for a Tom Brady. I don't see him willing to do that. And not only that, you could hire someone to do this. I know people who make less than Gilsele and Tom Brady. They have a person that does this. They have a chauffeur. They have a nanny. They have somebody that could complete this goal. But in her mind, Gilsele, I'm assuming what she believed was going to happen, because this is what she did for her children, that she, as a model, was going to be a PTA parent. She was going to be a PTA helicopter mom. And in her mind, she was going to return back to work, and Tom Brady was going to fill the void. Now, this would be reprehensible behavior, although when I lived in Newport Coast, I lived near Kobe Bryant. And believe it or not, Kobe Bryant made a very great attempt at being around his kids, his daughters. He had 4 daughters. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Kobe. Now somebody's going to say I sneaked this Kobe. Did not sneak this him. I just mentioned him. Are you going to run to your hero's cape for Kobe now? Shout out to Kobe. But my kid's schools was next to Kobe's kid's school. And so what happened is he would go all the time. I would see him breaking several moving violation laws to pick up his daughters. I guess there's a sneak diss there. But he actually did pick up his kids, even on game days. I literally would see Kobe's cars, Kobe Bryant picking his daughters up from school, and then he'd be playing in the game that night, in which he took a helicopter to get to the game. So now it makes sense how he was able to do those things, but that's neither here nor there. And then someone's going to accuse me of sneak dissing again, so I don't want to even bring it up no more. Not messing with you guys, if you know the reference. But let's talk about this. Gilsele was thinking Tom Brady was going to be doing what Kobe Bryant did, picking up children. I don't know how she saw that. I don't know if she agreed to that or if he agreed to that. I don't know. But in her mind, that's what she saw.
Now, that's starting to make sense. I read some articles when those two were starting to have problems, especially within the beginning of like a training camp when he took like those 11 days off. And I always look at it funny when somebody starts acting real funky out of the blue. Now, if they was complaining about something constantly over the years, which I don't expect Tom Brady to do that, but I would have heard, because she's a celebrity, you would have heard somewhere of her saying something about, I want him to spend more time with the kids. I want to see my husband more. I would have heard that with all the social media and clips and all that other stuff going on. I would have heard her say that. All of a sudden, she's just started wilding out complaining. And remember, I told you guys, a lot of times when women start doing this out of the blue, is either they want out of the relationship and they met somebody else, or they want some kind of change. And like I say, I just think it's funny when a guy gets around the time that he's going to retire. That's when this crazy stuff starts to happen most of the time. And this is another thing that I just remember. I always think it's unfair when females and women, I don't think ladies do this, start expecting their man to be like another man. Let's say one guy's like real romantic to his lady, buying her flowers, singing her songs, writing her poems. Another woman that knows that woman might get envious and then tell her man, like, I wish you was more like so-and-so, and expect him to be just like that guy, and that's not in his personality makeup. Just like you as a woman is not in your personality makeup to be like a particular woman, which I know most women hate to be compared to another woman. Same thing with men. We just don't usually say it, which, however, though, we need to start saying that now, because obviously it seems like females and women don't think that kind of stuff bothers us. And once again, now, she didn't say this, but it's just that how things are playing out, and she's throwing the kids out there. It seems like she wanted him to be more involved like that. And he has been involved like that the whole time. And all of a sudden, you want him to about face and do that. Anyway, let's keep going.
Now, Tom Brady made an honest attempt. He retired from the NFL. He announced a retirement. Behind the scenes, he was working to get with the Miami Dolphins. And I believe he retired somewhere near, they were working the Miami Dolphin deal. If you guys don't know about that, that's a little bit complex. He was never going to intend to retire. I think he was trying to placate Gilsele what he was going to do was hold the Buccaneers hostage. The Buccaneers knew that Miami was going to work some draft picks to trade him to the Miami Dolphins. Sean Payton from the New Orleans Saints was going to resign from New Orleans. He was going to be the coach for the Dolphins. They were going to kick Flores out, who sued the NFL. It's a complicated thing. All right. And somebody opened, you know who happened? Flores opened his mouth and pulled a lawsuit out. The black coach, Brian Flores. Jesus. So the Miami Dolphins and the the Las Vegas Raiders took an L. So Tom Brady was never retiring. He just was doing something to get him, and he was going to be a part owner of the Miami Dolphins. So that was the plan. That was the plan. In Gisele's mind, he was going to be taking his kids back and forth. And what happened was he did it for a couple of weeks. The Miami Dolphin deal blew up in everybody's face. Brian Flores sued everybody's pants and started squealing like a pig. He started ratting on everybody, right? Telling them the owner said to toss the games. Catastrophe. All because of Tom Brady, by the way. And Gisele's now going to blow up the deal further. As a matter of fact, if the deal went through, you know who would have blew it up? Gisele. Gisele would have threw a monkey wrench in the entire thing. Why do we say that? She's throwing a monkey wrench in this. Because the deal didn't go down. Now she's pouting because Tom Brady went back to the Buccaneers. I probably assume that the deal was you go to Miami, we'll make it work, and then you retire after a year and you be an owner. Well, that fell through. So Tom had to go to plan B. Plan B was I'm going back to Tampa Bay, and she wasn't having it. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. And now Coach Adamas is talking about it. The Miami deal blew up, and she says, well, you don't need to play football no more. And he was like, screw you. He was like,
your rent's due, motherfucker.
Okay, let's read the article here. There's trouble in the Tom Brady Gisele bunch in paradise. Multiple sources tell Page 6 exclusively the model has left their family compound in Tampa Bay for Costa Rica. Oh, Lord. Following a series of heated arguments.
Once again, this is curious. I'm pretty sure they have had arguments and differences over the years. Why did it boil up to this? And then she went to Costa Rica. I mean, could this have happened before? The way the news is, celebrity gossip is, I would have heard something about those two having like a real rocky relationship, with one going here, and the same thing with like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Usually when a relationship is like helter skelter, you really start hearing about it. But over all the time that Brady was playing, you heard nothing until now. Why now? You know. So let's keep going.
Series of heated arguments over Brady's shocking decision to unretire from the NFL while he remained behind for team training camp. It says right here, Tom and Gisele are in a fight right now. Imagine this.
I'm not happy.
Oh, she getting her cheeks clapped, all right. And guess what? Oddly enough, timing wise, Leonardo has broken up with his girlfriend. So Leonardo might just go and get a little bit of sloppy seconds to see if he likes it at age 40. All right. Because he had her at age 21. Leonardo breaks up with his girlfriend. Maybe he's going to Costa Rica. All right. Let's go ahead and read this article here. It says right here, Tom and Gisele are in a fight right now. A source tells Page 6, adding that this has happened before with the couple, but they've always reunited in the past. Well, she seems like a piece of work. She seems like a handful. And I don't know if you guys know, you know what I mean? You got to deal with people like this. The news came after the Buccaneers quarterback 45 missed 11 days of training camp in August. When quizzed about his disappearance, the sports star says, quote, "It's all personal." And we knew what it was. Everyone's got different situations they're dealing with. We all have really unique challenges in our lives. I'm a 45-year-old man. There's a lot of ish going on. Now, the only thing that could be apparent going on, other than a sickness, some health issues with the kids, or maybe a death in the family, the only thing that could be going on there is a divorce. We knew that there was trouble in paradise, and he missed 11 days in training camp. And for you normies, missing any days in training camp is detrimental to the team when you're the starting quarterback. If you're expected to be the starter, you can't miss 11 days in training camp. I mean, that's unprecedented for anybody, unless they were holding out contractually. It's unprecedented for a starting quarterback to miss 11 days. And he missed 11 days to save his marriage, which he's going to lose anyway. He's going to lose anyway. That's basically what on week 1 of the NFL, they're just going to throw the team out there and say, good luck, right? And hope that they don't get off on a slow start. When quizzed about his disappearance, the sports star, I already read that. Reps for both Brady and Bunchen, age 42, both of them are age 42, who share children that we don't talk about here, says decline to comment. And there they are in happy days in love. I'm in love with you. I'm in love. Yeah. All right. Oh, don't you believe in love, coach? If it is in love. Man, love is temporary, man. And divorce is fatal. It's real out here in the field. And it's real out here even for Thomas Brady with that manicure he got on his nails. Shout out to him, and shout out to whoever called me out on my fingernails earlier. All right, anyway, a second source says there's been trouble in their marriage over the decision to unretire. Gilsele has always been the one with the kids. I'm not happy. Ma'am, we need to really get an understanding of what's going on here. Ladies, come close. I want to understand why women always throwing the kids as human as shields, using the kids against the man. What do that have to, okay, look.
Well, coach, I can answer that. They obviously do it for leverage, a advantage in the argument or the difference to get the man to bend his will to them. Yeah, I mean, the more I listen to this and how all of a sudden a woman will say something like she's not happy all of a sudden, you know, just the more shady that is. Did she meet somebody else? Is she angling out for somebody else? Or do she miss hanging out with her girlfriends or something? You know, because I mean, once they get divorced, it's still going to be the same thing, basically. If that's her only gripe, and this is why I don't think this is the only thing, that's her only gripe with him not going to pick up the kids, or I guess doing that more, because obviously I guess she did it for years and years. And of course, I know somebody can get tired doing it, but you need to communicate that a lot sooner and not let it build up. You know, that's a mistake I made in some of my past relationships. Not my most recent dealings with women, because pretty much now I'll say and get it out there. That way, if we're going to end or not see each other, or either separate for a while or something, that way I get it off my chest instead of keeping it on there hoping it will just either change by itself. And I do think a lot of times more like women, because females, I don't think they're concerned with having like a understanding relationship anyway. They're more concerned about having the upper hand, you know. So anyway, we're going to keep moving because I don't want this video to get too long.
What do that have to, okay, look, didn't you want to have the kids? You wanted kids. You didn't want kids? Oh, Tom clubbed Gilsele over the head, dragged her by her ponytail, knocked her up 3 times. I doubt it. I bet you she says, I wanted kids. Now her ass going, he never around the kid. What is it going to be? What the hell? I'm always around. Guys, when you get married, if you get married and you have kids, you're going to hear that one. You're going to hear that one. You're never here. You're always gone. I'm always taking care of these kids. Yes, it's a hard job. By the way, Gilsele, there has to be a nanny. You have to dip into your bank account. Are you mad? All right. Are you mad that he's focusing on his career? Is this a thing that you're using the kids to try to say you want to be working? This is apparent. But why are you throwing the fact? What do you think he's going to do? Babysit the kids? I mean, I know not babysit, but you know what I mean. What do you think he's going to do? Just sit up under the kids all day long? She's mad because of that. Guys, that's an argument he ain't going to win. And every woman knows that. He cannot win that argument because she's using the kids against him. Quote, they had agreed he would retire to focus on the family. Then he changed his mind. So they're saying he bait and switched her. He changed his mind. Women, y'all change y'all mind all the time. You guys are the queens of bait and switch. Adds an insider, they have a fiery relationship. Okay, so there's abuse on both sides. I think he's probably receiving on the recipient end of the abuse because I ain't seen no marks around her long ass neck. Okay, that giraffe neck. I ain't seen no marks around her neck. Guys. She probably be lighting his ass up. When they doors closed, they all waved to everybody. Y'all come back now here, right outside like the Beverly Hillbillies. And everybody leave their house. Y'all come back now here. That door closed. She probably lights his ass up every night, bro. Lights his ass up. I'm not happy. All kind of gaslighting, all kind of abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, hiding the peace leave. She probably be like,
I haven't showered in 3 days and I smell like a bag of onions. Is any of this turning you off? Nothing.
She probably be putting all kind of voodoo curses, Brazilian voodoo curses on his ass, putting a root on him. She be putting a root on him in the eyeballs like this. Oh, I'm sure she's doing some very nefarious, abusive things. Cursing all in Portuguese, throwing a fit, hair standing up. I can guarantee you that's happening. And he probably just be taking it. Putting period blood in his spaghetti. Oh man, I guarantee you, bro. This is all alleged, by the way. I know this is all alleged. I must say, allegedly, she does these things. These aren't things that are confirmed. These are alleged things that people are acknowledging in this article. Because they just said right here, they have a fiery relationship. Gilsele is a bit of a hothead. She has that Brazilian heat. Confirmed. No longer alleged. Passport Bros, you guys want to check in? Passport Bros. Passport Bros, check in. Church, check in. Passport Bros, check in. Have a seat right here. Sit down Indian style. Right in front of me. Didn't you tell me these women are more feminine? Didn't you tell me these women are more malleable? They're raised in the patriarchy.
Oh boy. See, that's the thing as men that we have to remember. Every woman, no matter what nationality, has a side to them. Some are just more blunt with it or more in your face, don't give a hoot. And then there's some that will keep it low key until you really piss them off. Those are the only ones that I kind of understand, long if it doesn't get violent. And then there are the ones that will just stay a certain way until they get what they want or get you in a less powerful position that they have the upper hand, and then their temper and wildness will come out. You know, gotta watch out for that.
Passport Bro's like, what happened? Passport Bro, what we? I'm just playing. All right, Passport Bro's like, come on, man. I thought the Brazilian went. It's the African Brazilian. It's the Afro Brazilian. Oh, she's American? Okay. And she's in America, so I'm just playing. You know what I mean? Now that's a sneak diss. Well, y'all sensitive. All right, let's read right here. In May, Bunchen told British Vogue, I don't think the relationships just happen. It is never the fairy tale people want us to believe. So Gilsele is red pill. It takes work to be really in sync with someone, especially after you have kids. Oh, there's the kids again. She said, adding his focus is on his career.
So I could focus on my career.
And my focus is on the kids. There she is once again. This is about the 50-11 time that she didn't threw her kids on top. And she is a stepmom, so she probably mad that she raising another woman's kids. Brady is said to be caring for the kids while Bunchen is away. So, oh Lord, she didn't went to Costa Rica. She didn't went to Costa Rica by herself. She didn't left. You take care of these damn kids. She didn't went off. I'm getting on the plane and I'm going to see Enrique. Enrique. All right, it says right here. And Monday, he posted a video of himself taking Benjamin and Vivian to the first day of school. Yikes, boy, she got them all hemmed up. He's such a doting dad and a very good family man, said the source. As Brady did, this is during the training camp. This boy right here, it says, as Brady did a quick about face on his retirement, Bunchen has always also been working again and is currently starring in the new Burberry campaign.
So I could focus on my career.
It's almost like Gilsele was like, well, if you're going to keep playing football, if you're going to keep playing, so will I, said the second source. She's resentful that Tom is still the football star. She jealous. Hey, guys, I'm going to tell you, I dealt with this in a marriage. Not saying I was a perfect marital person myself, but this is natural. Women will get jealous of you, especially if you start doing well in your career. They're going to get jealous. And she's going to say, where's my attention? Especially if she's used to getting attention. And worldwide, Gilsele is more well-known than Tom Brady. In America, not so much, because we don't care about people like that. But in the worldwide, and in the millionaire and the billionaire community, and in the fashion model industry, Gilsele has more net worth and is more well-known than Tom Brady. Tom Brady can't go to Europe and get carte blanche. Gilsele can. I mean, relatively, comparatively. So she's competing against her own husband in their marriage. And I'm going to tell you, guys, you will find out that you will be sleeping next to the person that is going to sabotage your life in ways no one else could. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to repeat this. For men who have been in long-term marriages for years, for nights, for weeks and months, you will rest and be in the most vulnerable position, meaning sleep and unaware, unable to protect yourself. You will be sleeping next to the person who will be sabotaging you on a daily basis. Every now and then she'll smile in your face. Every now and then she'll even lie down on her back. But she will begin to be the mole in your relationship. She'll be talking behind your back. She'll be setting up a divorce. She'll be meeting with a divorce attorney. She'll be talking to her mom, which is your monster-in-law, and they'll be talking about and this and that and this and that and what you need to do. She'll be telling her friends one story and telling your friends another story. This type of sabotage is what's very common in marriages, and nobody calls it out, not even Dr. John Deloney. This is sabotage. Because what a person would do if you really love someone is you would make sure that you kept this in-house. But no, you're not. You're going to sabotage it from within. Cannot tell me that she's not doing this because it's...
Wow. And that's the thing. As a man, I don't think there's no way around that. Practically every woman that you get in a relationship with, you're going to have other people in the relationship. I guess it depends who's in the relationship. And the only way I can somewhat keep that low in check is to pay attention to who her friends are. I mean, you can't control, or she can't control who her family is, but uh, who her friends are. If she has a toxic mom that's whispering in her ear, if you and the woman are getting along, maybe that's just an act. I mean, cause and for women out there, that's one thing that y'all do that really does sabotage and destroy a relationship with a man. Other people in the business. I wish some of you really get this.
XM Sirius hit your brother up. Brady admitted, quote, a couple of years ago, Bunchen didn't feel like I was doing my part for the family, unquote. And quote, she felt like I would play football all season and she would take care of the house. He added, she wasn't satisfied with our marriage. I'm not happy. So I needed to make a change in that. Her point was, well, yeah, of course this works for you. It all works for you. I'm not happy. But it doesn't work for me. Damn. Boy, some people are just shady as hell. Some people are just unhappy. Some people are just miserable. These people are rich beyond your wildest dreams. They can hire people. What she's asking Tom to do, I know they're like, you should be. Tom is not going to take the kids back and forth to school. We already know that. By the way, it would be dumb for him to do that. We already know that. She wants Tom to suffer like she suffered raising her kids. And she hates Tom more than she loves her own kids. And that's going to be disastrous for Tom. This is a bitter woman. She's jealous, she's bitter, and she's sabotaging this guy. And using the kids as a human shield against. She's using the kids against him. And look at him. Have you noticed Tom Brady always looking like this? There he is right there. Why are you always looking like this? He watching the game. He trying to win Super Bowls. He trying to be elite. He trying to be the GOAT. He trying to be the greatest of all time. And then he can't win. Hey.
You can't win.
You can't win.
You can't win.
You don't believe in me.
You can't win.
What do I need to do?
You can't win.
Baby, I'm yours.
You can't win.
Shit. I can't do no right, he says. And I'm the greatest of all time.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, that's true. It's like you can't win as a man when you're trying to do the right thing. You know, it seems like two women that might be watching this video. It seems like when we are looking at it from our perspective, it seems like guys that's like Pookie and Ray Rays, Chaz and Tyrone's, even players to a degree, it seems like they can do whatever and string you along, and they seem to get the best out of you longer. When you trying to do the right thing, provide for your woman, provide for your family, do the best that you can, it seems like you can't win because you can't be at two places at one time. How is I'm going to be a millionaire and not be putting the work in? Then she'll lose respect for me. Then if I'm focusing too much on like the job, then she's going to get lonely. You know, and then there's a flip side with this, with the woman. You know, if you're doing too much, then the guy's not getting sexually fulfilled. But let's keep it on the men right now, because we have always heard what y'all are complaining about us being better, being at two places at one time, being multiple men, being the best man, you know. So, oh my God. Anyway, I think this is going to be it. Yeah, because I have not too much to add. He pretty much covered that right there, and I just want to add some to what he was saying to maybe soften it a little. but he was pretty funny. So I don't think he was too harsh in this one. So anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you. Actually, I'm going to do a video again. This is going to be probably one of the few times we're going to upload like 2 videos within the same day, since there's been such a gap. Anyway, thanks, and I'll see you next time.
He is who he is. And the guy, let me just tell you something. This is a miserable place for men to be. For the people who don't understand from the male perspective, and you're not wanting to hear this from the women, or you only want to hear from the women's perspective, this is how it is. And I can somewhat relate. No matter what you do, it ain't good enough. And it's a horrible feeling as a man. It's demoralizing. It makes a man want to think about his life because you put the man down so much. He's built. He's done what he's done best. He's found his path. He was able to monetize it. He was able to be successful and one time be considered the greatest in his professional. He's made his money. He's made his mark. He has his kids. His kids love him. He loves his kids. He loves his wife. He loves what he's done in his life. And it still ain't good enough. He's sitting going, damn. I'm sweating like a ninja at a white woman funeral. No, I'm just playing. I could be out here clapping junior college cheeks, but they tell me I wouldn't be happy doing that. They said I would be living a sad, lonely, miserable life. So I'm going to stay with my wife and I'm going to work it out and I'm going to be the best father I can be. And every time he does it, she's back telling him he's a loser. She back telling him he ain't good enough. She back telling him, I'm not happy. This is sad. Imagine this is you. Think of how sad you guys are, guys. You ain't got the love of your life. And this man sitting here winning Super Bowls. He's at the top. He's recognizable. Hoes are throwing panties. They giving him numbers left and right. He's able to clap any cheeks he can want worldwide. Worldwide BDP. He can clap cheeks almost with any woman he wants in the world. Even if he wanted to get down with a ratchet, she'll think, I'll take time. He could get a boat and just be banging girls away. He could get whatever he wants. And he goes home depressed. Listening to his wife tell him that he's a loser. Imagine you're Tom Brady and Tom Brady's playing the ring game.
Dad, what are you doing? Playing the ring game?
That he made, which is okay with me. Because he could definitely be fucking bitches right now. And he's playing a ring game in the kitchen. Leave my man.
Steph Curry, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes, I want you to take note. Those 3 gentlemen, you're on the clock. As of today. As of today. I know we've been saying you've been on the clock, but it is time now to put you officially on the clock. Those 3 individuals.
I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too? Kendall made it.